What's going on, guys? It's Cal here from Buffalo SportsCenter. Today we are doing our Week 9 NFL projections and predictions. So let's get right into it. First game of the week, we have Thursday Night Football, of course. We have the Houston Texans going into MetLife to take on the Jets. And oh, man, this Jets team coming off a loss to the Patriots of all teams. A Patriots team that lost Drake May halfway into the game. I mean, that is unacceptable. The Jets need a win here, and I don't think they get it. The Jets are down in the dumps. You know, that offense is just stagnant. Their defense continues to be all right. But give me the Texans here to win on the road. Again, the Texans didn't look too great against the Colts, but they were able to get the win. The Texans have kind of been that team all season, right? They hover around, you know, they'll stay in games and then they'll win them at the end. So I got to take the Texans here. Again, a team that if they start gaining some momentum could definitely be a Super Bowl favorite. Moving on to our Sunday 1 o'clock slate. The New Orleans Saints going into Carolina to take on the Panthers. Two teams that just look ugly right now. I'll take the Saints on the road, but very, very close. Next game, we have the Washington Hail Mary Commanders going into MetLife. Again, two games at MetLife this week because the first one's Thursday night to take on the Giants. Again, the Commanders did not look very good against the Bears. The Bears defense held them to very few points, but then when it really mattered with no time left on the clock, Jaden Daniels was able to haul that thing over 50 yards and find Noah Brown in the end zone for an electrifying Hail Mary. How could I pick against them this week against the Giants? Again, this video is being recorded before Monday Night Football, so I don't know if the Giants beat the Steelers or not. I'm going to assume they didn't. I'll take the Commanders big time here at MetLife. Next game, we have the Dolphins going into Buffalo to take on the Bills. It's very hard to pick against the Bills. Two massive wins in a row. The Dolphins coming off a tough loss. The Dolphins need the win. Tua's back. I think that offense starts to gain a little more momentum than they had last week, but I'm still going to pick the Bills at home. I think it's close, though. I think the Bills barely escape. And again, the Bills, you know, they're going to need to keep pounding on wins because at this point, the division looks very likely for them. But now it's all about seeding, and beating the Dolphins would pretty much, you know, pound everyone down in that division. If the Dolphins beat the Bills, though, the division's back up for grabs. Moving on, we have the Los Angeles Chargers in Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm going to take the Browns. The Browns coming off a big win against the Ravens. Jameis Winston looks really good. I got to keep rolling with Winston. I got to take the Browns. It looks like their negative aura has left them. Again, Deshaun Watson injured. You never want to see anyone injured, but he was having a rough go at it. Jameis Winston steps up and beats the Ravens of all teams. Give me the Browns here. Again, the Chargers are a solid team. I think they could win this game, but they've just kind of been this mid-team. So I could see them winning this, but the Browns are on a heck of a momentum wave right now. Got to pick them. Moving on, we have the New England Patriots going to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Another ugly battle. I got to take the Patriots, though. The Patriots look solid. I don't know if May will be back or if Jacoby Brissett will still be at the helm there. But Patriots coming off a big win against the Jets. Their defense looks solid. Got to take them against the Titans, who have just not been good this year. Moving on, we have the Cowboys going into Atlanta to take on the Falcons. The Cowboys just, man, they can't get it going this year. I got to take the Falcons here with Kirk Cousins leading the charge. Again, a close game, though. I could see it going either way. Both teams have been hit or miss. I'll take the Falcons at home. Next game, we have the Las Vegas Raiders heading into Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. This is going to be an ugly one, but the Raiders held in it with the Chiefs for a long time. The Bengals got destroyed by the Eagles last week, and the Bengals have just looked really bad. If you're a Bengals fan, I feel sorry for you because it wasn't supposed to happen like this. I mean, the Bengals were supposed to be a playoff team for the next 10, 15 years with Joe Burrow leading the charge there, and they've just looked miserable this year. So I got to take the Raiders on the road. Call me crazy, but give me Minshew Mania and the Raiders. Moving on to our last Sunday 1 o'clock game, we have the Denver Broncos in Baltimore taking on the Ravens. The Broncos look pretty solid this year, but I got to take the Ravens to bounce back, right? That team is going to be fired up. I cannot believe they lost to the Browns, right? They got to win this game, especially at home. So give me the Ravens here. Now on to our 4 o'clock Sunday slate. We have the Chicago Bears heading into Arizona to take on the Cardinals. And this is a sneaky game of the week. I mean, the Bears should have won last week, but their offense just is so bad. And, of course, that Hail Mary I talked about. The Cardinals coming off a big win against the Dolphins. And all of a sudden, their division is in play, right? The Niners have been looking bad. The Rams have been looking bad. The Seahawks coming off a bad loss against the Bills. The Cardinals might be the division favorites right now. Again, though, I will take the Cardinals at home. I got to ride with them. Again, that Bears defense looks good, but their offense just has not got it going this year, like some people said it would with Caleb Williams and all of their, offensive acquisitions, Swift, Keenan Allen, all them. But again, I got to take the Cardinals. Next game, we have the Jaguars in Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. I don't know why, but this game just looks weird to me. I'm not used to these two teams playing each other. I will take the Eagles at home, though. Again, coming off a big win. The Jaguars don't look good at all. Give me the Eagles. Next game, we have the Los Angeles Rams heading into Seattle to take on the Seahawks. This is a huge divisional matchup, like I just mentioned, with the Cardinals game. Again, I will have to take the Seahawks at home, though. I think they bounce back. They got to hope DK's back. I don't know for sure if he will be playing, but if DK's back, they'll definitely win this game. If not, it's going to be close, but I'll take the Seahawks because they are at home. Next game, we have the Lions at the Packers. This is another great game. Cannot wait to watch this one in that primetime 4:25 slot. I will take the Lions on the road, though. Again, the Packers, they've had some injuries. They've been very hit or miss. The Lions have been very consistent all season long. The Lions' running game is really good, and it really opens up their passing game for Jared Goff. So I got to take the Lions in that one. Sunday Night Football, we have the Indianapolis Colts going into Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Again, lots of stuff going on in Indianapolis. Richardson subbing himself out. I've never seen a quarterback do that in my life. Again, I'm pretty young, so maybe it has happened. But I will take the Vikings in this game. I think the Vikings win big at home. And we wrap up the week. Where else but Kansas City for Monday Night Football? Tampa Bay goes into Kansas City. Kansas City, they're undefeated, but they haven't looked as dominant years prior. Again, they've been barely getting by, but a win is a win, right? And Mahomes looks as good as ever. I got to take the Chiefs here, right? The Buccaneers are so injured. I just, I can't pick them. Maybe if the Buccaneers were at full health, I'd pick them. But again, Baker Mayfield doesn't have much to work with on that offense as of right now. So give me Kansas City to wrap up the week. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you disagree, agree? What game are you going to watch, or at least games that you are going to watch this week? And leave a like on the video, subscribe, and have a good one. Peace out.